Namaskar. Welcome to the example number 4 for the event progeny prospects. In the previous example, we studied a male and female chart wherein they got married in one Dasa Bugdi and same Dasa Bugdi, the Bugdi itself, are strong enough to favor for the conception. But in this chart, that destiny is favoring, Dasa also favoring, in which Bugdi the native got married, that Bugdi having some weakness which did not support for the conception. So in the next Bugdi, subsequent Bugdi only, which is having favorable signification, that only favored for the conception followed by the delivery. So in this chart, we can see some delay in the pregnancy because of the weak Bugdi lot in which that native got married. For the pregnancy, it was not much favorable. This is a male chart we will study in detail with the EPS tables now. Example number 4, timing of childbirth. There is no actually delay in conception or pregnancy, but conception in favorable Bugdi. So that is the important point we can note in this birth chart. So let us now examine the birth chart. This is the birth chart of that male, and let us now examine the basic study. Let me open that North Indian chart and let us examine the general study. Lagna is falling in the sign of Gemini. Fifth cusp is falling in the sign of Libra. If you see, Jupiter is posted in the sign of Libra, but as per degrees, it is occupying the fourth house, but though it is not within three-quarter degrees, but it is almost 4 degree approximately. So Jupiter is in the sign of Venus, but it is in the fourth house, but close to the fifth cusp. Even then, Jupiter in the sign of Venus, that Venus will have impact on the Jupiter. Even Jupiter is not occupying the fifth house, but Jupiter in the sign of Venus, Venus will have some support because Jupiter's sign lord is Venus. Now, fifth lord Venus, also 12th lord Venus, posted in the seventh house and conjoined with the Sun and Mercury. Sun is third lord and Mercury is fourth lord and Lagna lord. So Lagna lord and fourth lord Mercury, Sun is third lord, Venus is fifth lord and 12th lord. If you see that Sun and Venus are closely conjoined, Mercury is in the same sign but not very closely conjoined with the Venus. So Sun's impact will be strong on the Venus than the Mercury, but still all are conjoined only. Now that Venus planet is fifth lord, is conjoined with the third lord, it is supportive. And it is also conjoined with the Mercury, it is Lagna lord and fourth lord. You can see that Mercury is posted in the sign of Saturn. Saturn is posted in the sign of Mercury. So that Saturn and Mercury are in sign exchange. So that sign lord Saturn will have some good impact on the Venus because it is sign exchange. That Rasi Lord is in sign exchange with the Mercury. So now whether any other planet is influencing that Venus. So Venus is influenced by fourth lord, but not strongly unfavorable. But Venus is conjoined with the third lord, Sun is fine. And Jupiter is posted in the, just a minute. That Jupiter is, though it is occupying fourth house, but it is in the sign of Venus. That Venus is occupying seventh house, that is fine. And that Jupiter is also aspecting to the 11th house and 9th house and also Lagna. Lagna occupant is Rahu. So that Jupiter is not afflicted by any planet. And that fifth lord also having got some weakness, but it is also supported. So now let us check the self-significations in detail and also the destiny planet. So in the basic study, that fifth house is not strongly afflicted, though it is having some weakness, but it is having supportive signification. That Karaka planet Jupiter also not strongly afflicted. It is also posted in a good place. Now we have to study the self-signification of all planets and check the destiny. I have already selected the event, and now let us check the self-significations and planet colors. So, Lagna Lord, let us start with the Lagna Lord. Lagna Lord, also fourth Lord, occupying 8th house, 2 6 star Lord, and 2 cuspal sublord. Fourth Lord occupying 8th house, it is indicating some weakness, but being the Lagna Lord and second star Lord and second sublord, it is also favorable. And second planet Rahu is good, 1, 5, 9, and 11. So, because of this, it is having mixed signification. So, we can take Mercury is pink. And fifth Lord, also 12th Lord, occupying 7th house. 3, 7, 11 cuspal star Lord and 3, 12 cuspal sublord. Being the 12th Lord, we cannot take it as unfavorable, but it is not being further supported. 12 itself is not strongly unfavorable, but 12 sublord also there. But you can see 5th Lord moving towards 5, 7, 3, 7, 11, and 3rd cuspal sublord. Very good house grouping. Because of the 12 and 12, we can take Venus into blue. We can give light green also because of this 5, 7, 3, 7, 11, 3, and 3. But because of the 12, we can consider blue. But in case no other green are present, we will take this Venus into green also. And Sun, third Lord occupying 7th house. This is good. Sun is good, so we can give light green. And Ketu, occupant of the 7th house and 9th sublord is good. Second planet Jupiter is having some weakness but not detrimental. So 7 and 9 we can give light green also. And Moon planet, second Lord occupying 6th house, 4, 8, 12 star Lord and 6 sublord. This is not good. To second house moving towards this one. So Moon we can give light red. Rahu, Lagna occupant, 5, 9 star Lord and 11th cuspal sublord. This is very good grouping. And second planet 1, 4, 8, 2, 6, 2. It is a mixed significator. So Rahu we can give light green. Otherwise we can give dark green also because of the second planet some weakness. We are giving light green. And Jupiter, 7th Lord, 10th Lord occupying 4th house, Lagna star Lord and 10th sublord. It is having in self-signification, it is in the CL, the 7th Lord. 7th Lord, CST is 1, it is supporting, but 10th Lord occupying 4th house and 10th sublord, it is having mixed significations also. Second planet of the Jupiter is having favorable 7 and 9. So Jupiter we can give mixed. Saturn, 8th Lord, 9th Lord occupying 4th house, 10th star Lord and 1, 4, 7, 8 cuspal sublord. 4 and 8 is not good. 1 and 7 is good. And being the 9th Lord and 1 and 7 cuspal sublord is good. It is getting some strength. And being the 8th Lord supported by 4 and 10th star Lord and 4, 8. So it is also having unfavorable grouping also present from the CL to the CSL. Favorable also present from CL to the CSL. So we can take Saturn also mixed. Then Venus. Venus also blue we have given already. And green is Sun. And another planet left, yes, Mars is left. Mars 6th Lord, 11th Lord occupying 4th house, but it's 5th cuspal sublord. 6th Lord, 11th Lord occupying 4th house. So 6 is supported by 4. It is having some weakness. But 11th Lord and the 5th cuspal sublord. This is good. Being the cuspal sublord of the 5th house, but occupying 4th house is weak. And 6th Lord also having weakness, but 11th Lord also. So it is obviously it is going to be a mixed one. So Mars also we can take mixed one, but unfavorable side on the favorable side on the higher side because 11 and 5. Which are the other mixed? Jupiter having mixed because of this one. But when compared to Jupiter, Mars is going to be comparatively better because 11th lord and 5th sublord. So what we can do, Mars we can give blue because Jupiter having mixed because of the 7 and 1 and supported by Ketu. Saturn also mixed because it has got both favorable and unfavorable grouping. So when compared to this, 5th sublord, no other unfavorable cuspal sublord, and 11 and 5th sublord is favorable. So we have given blue because of the 6 and 4. We can take some weakness, so blue has been given. So that way, while doing the comparative study also, we can give, we can, whatever the colors we have given, that also we can change according to our, comparative study. So I have set colors now, and let us check the destiny and also the sub periods. Destiny, 5th law. Let me open that significators. 5th lord is Venus and 5th sublord is Mars. Venus and Mars we have to study. Venus is 5th lord. It is blue mixed one, good only. 511, Psi 7, 3, 7, 11, third sublord. And star lord, sun are very good. And sublord is mixed one, but so far planet and star lord having favorable grouping. And sublord is 1, 4, 8, 2, 6. It is not bad. It is mixed one, supported by Rahu, green planet. And again, Mars is coming at the favorable side, primary cuspal sublord. So 5th lord is supportive. So that is we are able to understand. Now, if you check that support planet of the planet, that Venus in the star of Sun, Venus and Sun are closely conjoined. And Mercury also present there. So it means what? Venus, Sun, and Mercury all are conjoined to each other, forming ruler link. So that way, that favorable K planet is passing ruler link to the other levels, it is supportive. So that is good only. And now we have to check the 5th cuspal sublord planet, that is Mars. Let me keep this here. Yeah. Mars planet, Mars is good. In the star of a planet, Moon is weak, 10, 2, 6, 4, 8, and 6, indicating some weakness. So it is indicating some weakness at the star level, but 2A level planet Ketu is favorable. So unfavorable are not supported at the 2A level, favorable are getting supported. So when the unfavorable key planet in the star of a favorable key planet, that is reducing the unfavorable strength. In addition to that, if that moon is also getting other favorable key planet in its support, it is going to be favorable. So let us check moon. Moon is present in the sign of Jupiter and aspected by Mars by 4th aspect. So Mars is aspecting to the moon. So that Mars planet, source planet itself is passing its ruler link to the moon. That is good. And moon is also conjoined with the Ketu. So moon in the star of Ketu, that is also conjoined with the moon. So that way the star level planet also further supporting to the star lord of the star lord is supporting to the star lord. Unfavorable are further reduced. Then sublord is Venus is good K planet that we already discussed. So that way that 5th sublord indicating some delay or obstacles we can say, but not detrimental, but being further supported by the 2A level and sub-level planets. So that way that destiny is promised, and despite some delay, the delay causing planet is moon. So moon is the one, and we can see Jupiter, Ketu, second planet Jupiter, 7, 10, 4, and 1 and 10. So it is having some weakness also, though it is, pink shade, mixed one. It is having some weakness because of 10, 4, 1, and 10. And the moon is unfavorable, and Jupiter is having some weakness. So the destiny planet is having the unfavorable K planet is moon, that we have to keep it in mind. Moon and also that Jupiter. So now what we have to do, Dasa Lord, we have to check. Dasa Lord, in which Dasa the native got married? Let me check. That native got married. Just a minute. 22/1/2006. Sun, Rahu, Jupiter. 22/1, 22/1/2000. Just a minute. 22/1/2006. Sun Mahadasa, Rahu Bugdi, and Jupiter Antra. During that period, that native got married. So now what we have to do, we have to check if the Sun Dasa is favorable for the progeny. Destiny is promising. We have to check whether that Sun Dasa is favoring for that progeny. Sun itself is good. 2 level is also same planet. Venus is good key planet. All planets are ruled. But who is the favorable key planet of the Destiny planet? Destiny fifth lord itself is having that Sun supportive, and Moon is the primary cuspal sublord of planet, and the Moon is also having Sun here. And it's not Moon, sorry, Mars is the good key planet, primary cuspal sublord key planet. Whether Mars is having connection to the Sun, if it is present, then it is going to be very good. Let us check the birth chart. Sun is posted here. Sun in the sign of Saturn. Sun in the sign of Saturn. Saturn in the sign of Mercury in sign exchange. That Saturn is conjoined with the Mars. So indirectly, the Sun Rasi Lord, Saturn is conjoined with the Mars. That is the primary cuspal sublord key planet. So that is indirectly connected. And Sun sublord is Venus. That Venus also is conjoined with the Sun. So that is also indirectly connected to the Mars. So what we are checking, whether the cuspal sublord planet is playing role here, that is also playing role indirectly. So that destiny key planet, Mars, second planet, Moon is not playing role. The unfavorable key planet is not playing role, Sun. So that is good. So it is supportive in the absence of the unfavorable key planet. Moon is not playing role, and Rahu, Jupiter also not playing role here. That is good. So Sun Mahadasa is supportive for the progeny. Now we have to check the Bugdilad in which that marriage happened. Bugdilad is Rahu. Rahu itself is good, and star level Jupiter is having weakness, right? So that is one important point. Jupiter is mixed one, but this grouping is indicating some weakness to the source planet. Again, 2A level planet Rahu is favorable, and sub-level planet Venus is our good key planet. So the Lord's favorable key planet, Sun is present, and Venus they are present at the that sub-level. But that one small weakness in the Bugdilad is that the Bugdilad is fine. Star Lord is Jupiter. That Jupiter is having the weakness, and if you see that Rahu in the Gemini sign, that Rahu is aspected by the Moon by 7th aspect. So Moon is unfavorable key planet of the destiny. That is playing role, influencing the Rahu. And not just because of that, it may be there, but when the next level planet Jupiter, that Jupiter also having some weakness, the star level is weak at the the Jupiter in the star of Rahu in the star of Jupiter is weak, and also that Rahu also already influenced by the Moon, that is the unfavorable key planet. If you see that unfavorable key planet of the destiny is Moon directly and that Jupiter indirectly. So both are present here, influencing the Rahu having some weakness. The 11th sublord, 159, 11th sublord in the star of a planet, 10, 4, 1 and 4. This is not favoring to this 5, 9 and 11. it is indicating some weakness. Next one is that you can see Jupiter Bugdi. Sun Dasa, Rahu Bugdi, Jupiter Antra, that marriage happened. If you look at Jupiter, let us study whether how is Jupiter. Jupiter is the one which is weakening the Rahu, the unfavorable key planet, mixed key planet with unfavorable 4, 10, 1 and 10, 10, 4, 1 and 10. That Jupiter in the star of Rahu, that is fine. Rahu in the star of Jupiter weakening the Rahu signification, but Rahu's unfavorable are further reduced or favorable or increased by the star lord Rahu. That way, this Jupiter getting strength by the star lord, this Rahu is losing its strength by the star lord. Though the 12-level planet is supportive, but this grouping is not good. This grouping is comparatively better. And sublord planet is Ketu. Now you can see Ketu is playing role at the sublevel. That is representing Jupiter only. But here, that Ketu only playing, not the Jupiter. If the Jupiter is playing role as the sublord, Jupiter's 10, 4, 1, 10 will directly playing. So 12 level also the same planet, sublord also will be the same planet, that will become weak. But here it is not like that. Jupiter is weak, but star lord is good. And 12 level also again it is having some weakness, but sublord is good. So that way that Jupiter star level is comparatively better. And if you check that where is Jupiter present? Jupiter in the sign of Venus. That Venus is our favorable key planet, right? That is, if you look at that Sun Mahadasa having got Venus. Venus is a good key planet. That in the Venus one sign only Jupiter is occupying. So that way Jupiter is getting some strength. Rahu is in the sign of Mercury. That Rahu is aspected by Rahu indirectly conjoined with the Mars and Saturn. You can see Mars is well connected to Rahu. That Mars is well connected to Rahu means Mars is a good key planet that is playing role at the Rahu. Obviously, Rahu is aspected by Moon, as we discussed for the that I was telling, no, that the star level the planet level Rahu is under the influence of Moon. It is having some influence by the Moon, but star lord Jupiter is weakening, so that Moon is influencing Rahu. Star lord Jupiter itself is weak. Star lord is important. No? Here, planet only is weakening, but star lord is good. So that way, this planet is comparatively better. So under the Sun Mahadasa, Rahu Bugdi, he got married, but Rahu Bugdi having some weakness, that especially that unfavorable key planets of the destiny is influencing the Rahu and star level having some weakness. So Rahu did not favor for the conception, but only that Jupiter was favoring for the conception. So that native after the marriage, Sandasa, Rahu, Bugdi, Jupiter Antra is marriage happened. And Rahu, Bugdi, Jupiter Antra did not favor for the conception because Bugdi Lord is not strong. But in the Jupiter Bugdi, the conception was favoring, and Jupiter Bugdi in favorable Antra, that conception has to taken place. So because it has got some weakness already discussed, Jupiter is playing role directly or indirectly here. Now you look at in Jupiter Bugdi, one strong favorable Antra is required for the conception. Saturn is having some weakness, in the self, and star level is good. Again, 12 level Moon is coming. So that is unfavorable key planet. So that is indicating strength is present at the planet level, star level, sub level, mixed are present. 2A level, star level, and last level, all favorable cuspal sublord. But some mixed significations are present, so that planet is not strong enough to act as the Antra under the Jupiter. Mercury's source is fine, but with mixed signification, star level also good. Again, Moon is coming. Sub-level is fine. So because of the fifth sublord in the star of your planet, Moon, it is having some weakness. It is not strong enough to initiate the conception. So under Sun Bugdi, Jupiter Antra, the Sun Dasa, Jupiter Bugdi, It is looking for some strong favorable antra free from the role of the moon and also role of the Jupiter in the primary levels. This is having that unfavorable, and Ketu having star level fine, and sub level again moon is playing role. And look at Venus, fifth lord, strong favorable key planet of the destiny also, and also that Dasa lord also. So that is playing role, and star level planet is Sun, and sub level planet is Mercury, and the star lord of the sub lord is Mars. All favorable significances are present, and the role of Rahu is not playing role, and role of moon is also not playing role. That way, Venus is comparatively better. So in Sun Dasa, Jupiter Bukti, Venus Antra is supportive for the conception. So in that case, that let us check the period, and Sun Dasa, Jupiter Bukti and Venus Antra. So February or March, February, March. Let us check the period. February, March, if the conception is taken place in 2007, February, March, right? Venus, yes. March means, for example, March, April, or April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. December 2007, 9 months completed. Then after that, January will come. So the 10th month, 9th to 10th month, December or January only the delivery can happen, 2008. In the 2008, that Saturn booked the start. In the Saturn booked the, I mean, which month I said? December of 2007 or January? January 2008, right? January 2008 is falling under Sun Antra, and December is falling in the Venus Antra. So let us check Sun, Venus or Sun which are favorable, and according to that we can say, so Venus is favorable. Sun Dasa, Jupiter Bukti, Venus Antra conception taken place, and within that, after that period, after conception, Jupiter Bukti was over and Saturn Bukti started. Whether Saturn is favorable, already discussed, Saturn is having supportive significations, but Saturn has to carry the gestation. Saturn has got some weakness, but Saturn, you can see Saturn is conjoined with the Mars, the fifth cuspal sublord in the star of Mars also. Saturn in the star of Mars and also conjoined with that sublord also Saturn. So it is supportive despite some weakness. But Saturn was not strong enough to support for the conception, but to carry the progeny, pregnancy, it was supportive. Within that Saturn Bukti, in strong antra, that delivery has to happen. In the Saturn, Venus and Sun both are running as the antra during that 8th, 9th month, 10th, that during that period. So let us check which period is it is having the delivery happened. So actually the delivery happened on 10/1/2008. Delivery happened on, let me note it down, 10/1/2008. Let us check that period, 10/1/2008. So it is Sun Antra, Saturn Bukti and Sun Antra, 10/1/2008. So the delivery happened during that Sun Dasa, Saturn Bukti and Sun Antra itself. So Sun is strongly present, sublord is very good, and also all are connected to each other because they're all conjoined, already discussed. So Sun Dasa, Saturn Bukti and Venus. Venus Antra we were expecting, but Sun Antra has delivered. So this is also favorable. This is, when compared to this one, this is favorable because sublord are having some weakness, but this is favorable. So the delivery happened during Sun, Saturn and Sun Antra itself. Now we can see that how that Dasa Bugdi period, they're ruled by the favorable key planets of the destiny. And here the destiny planet is Mars, is good key planet with a mixed one. But Ketu is there, but Jupiter is not good. Strong favorable key planet is Venus and Sun. Then comes Mars. So that Dasa Lord is ruling that Sun and Venus, and Mars is indirectly present. And in that Sun Dasa, Jupiter Bugdi was supportive for the conception, not the Rahu. We already discussed. Jupiter is having the Rahu, good key planet is present, and Ketu also present. Though it is represented by Jupiter, but Ketu in the star of Sun is favorable. So that Jupiter is supportive, and already discussed the other support planets which is supporting to the Jupiter also. In the Jupiter conception taken place, and Saturn has delivered, because you look at the Dasa Lord, that Sun and the favorable key planet, which are the favorable key planets of the Dasa Lord, Sun and Venus. If you open that natal chart, you can see Sun and Venus are conjoined with the Mercury, right? They are posted in the sign of Saturn only. So that Saturn itself is playing role with a good key planet, with a favorable, with a mixed one. Saturn in the star of Mars. So that Mars is a good key planet, right? That Saturn and Mars are conjunct. So Dasa Lord's key planet is playing role in supports, and that is favoring for the progeny, because star level planet is very good, primary cuspal sublord key planet. And within that, Saturn and Sun Antra itself has given the delivery within that 10 months duration gestation period. So I think you are able to understand. Now let us check the transit also, how far the transit during that period what was present. Let me open that birth chart also. What is the date? 10/1/2008. At the time, Jupiter was transiting in the Sagittarius sign. So natal chart, Jupiter in Sagittarius, it is conjoined with the second lord moon, and whether it is aspecting to the fifth house, no, it is not aspecting fifth house, but it is aspecting Lagna and third house, and it is aspecting to the 11th house. So Jupiter is aspecting the 11th house, conjoined with the moon also good only. And any other influence given by the Jupiter, it is aspect into the second house? No. Which are the planets are aspected by Jupiter? Jupiter is aspect into Rahu. Rahu is a favorable key planet, right? So we have already discussed Rahu is the 159 and 11th cuspal sublord. So the good key planet is being aspected by the Jupiter. So that way that Jupiter transit also good. And Sun, Saturn, Sun. Let us check Sun. Sun in the transit, Sun is also conjoined with Jupiter. Sun in the star of Venus. Sun in the star of Venus. Venus is our good key planet, fifth lord and blue color planet. So Sun is favorable. And Saturn. Saturn in the sign of Sun itself, and in the star of again Venus and sub of Venus. So Venus is a strong favorable key planet, which you can see that that's a destiny planet also in the sub of Venus only. So that Venus is strongly favorable. So that key planet is playing role in the transit also. I think you are able to understand the support of the transit on the key planets, and Jupiter's aspect also to some extent is favorable. So I think you are able to understand how that Bugdilad in which the marriage happened did not support strongly for the pregnancy, because the destiny already influenced by the moon, which is weak. So that moon is influencing the Bugdilad Rahu, and Rahu also in the star of the some weak key planet Jupiter, because of the 1, 4, 10 significators. So because of that Rahu did not favor, but the same Jupiter which is weakening the Rahu, that Jupiter as a Bugdilad which is supportive, because that Bugdilad, weak Bugdilad in the star of the Rahu favorable key planet. So that is the fate. understand how this planet and star lord combination playing the role. So I think you are able to follow, and we will meet in the next example. Good luck.